everybody, it's Pam at the Paper Outpost. Hey, sometimes all you have is a junk mail envelope, a big one, and some contact paper or shelf paper. I haven't played with shelf paper much, so I thought I'd give this a go. I found this roll hidden, yes, behind a bunch of stuff that I have, and I thought it was kind of pretty for a little notebook or little journal cover. So the project today is an experiment with contact paper and a large envelope. And let's get started. So okay, those of you who have to know the size of the envelope, it's just one of those big ones, basically a 9x12 that came in the mail. And I'm going to use it for the cover. Envelopes are great to use because they are nice and big, and sometimes it's hard to get paper that's wide enough to do things. Yes, we're going to use paper for the whole thing, but I think that I'm not worried about the spine tearing because I'm going to use the contact paper over that, and I'm hoping it's going to stick. If it's not, I'm going to glue it down. Dag nabbit. And I think that's going to give the strength to the spine. If it doesn't, I can reinforce it with all sorts of other ideas. So we'll just go from here and see what happens. Okay, so I sealed that flap. I'm folding it in half, trying to line it up as best as I can. And we just do our darndest here. Not expecting perfection. We're just going for pretty darn good, because I think we can make it work in some way, shape, or form. Always worried when I say that, but hey, we're going forward bravely into the future. Here we go. Now, this is good. I thought it might be a little flimsy for a notebook, so I'm going to fold it in half and even make a smaller little notebook journal, just for fun. That's going to give me lots of structure in this cover. And I thought I actually need a smaller notebook for writing down quick things like the grocery store list and, you know, quick what-to-dos, where-to-goes, whatnots, and so this is going to be that little guy, or I think he is. Let's see, we never know until we're done. All right, so now we have this, and I'm thinking maybe that the fold will be the top. Maybe I'm going to seal all this up so it doesn't flap around so loosely. This is Scotch Grade glue stick. It's just my favorite glue stick. Any glue here will really work, but this one will dry pretty quickly and keep us moving. It's just going to seal the edges. And now we have this. So that's a nice structure. Now I want to build a little bit of a spine into it because I'm going to try and place, jam, squash, crush 25 pages folded in half, which will be, oh my God, that's 100 pages front and back. Well, we're just going to see if I can do it. I don't know if I can, but I think 100 pages is probably going to take like so there's my middle because I folded it, okay? And now I want to put that line of the middle here, and I need to make it a little wider. Maybe a 1/4 of an inch this way and that way. Let's try lining that up there. And I made the valiant attempt of trying to pull out everything as I need it. I've got an embossing tool. You can use this you can use a scoring board if you want to use that, or you just use a ruler in this, or you can take your bone folder, do one of these maneuvers. That will work nicely. Okay, now I'm going to try to go a 1/4 of an inch to the other side of the main spine fold. See, not a 1/2 inch, Pam, a 1/4 of an inch. A little tricky. Usually I don't get it exact, but I try, and then I work it out later. Yeah, there are ways. Okay, but let's just see if we can define a spine. Define a spine. Okay, am I good? Let's see. All right, now I'm going to fold back on those lines just to define them a little bit more. There's one. This is where that little bone folder becomes your best friend. Nice to crease those creases in place. And we're going to have to do them again after, that's one. Here's the other one on the other side. Let's see if we can get that one going. Following the line. So you can see that's about how much it was over. Hoping I did that right. We'll find out. Usually not, but we carry on. Okay, so there you can see the little middle spine originally, and then the two new spines, 1/4 of an inch on either side. I'm just going to fold these back so you can see it again well. Okay, so we're going to do some punching through that little guy. This is the way you're going to live, right? I don't know. Have I decided that yet? Which way? What's going to be the outside? Maybe this will be the outside. That folds nicely that way. Yeah. Okay. Hey, not bad. You know, not hilariously amazing, but not bad. Okay, maybe a little more gluing here could be used. It's all going to be brought together with the contact paper, so not too worried about this. It's just, this is for just basic placement purposes. All right, now let's try putting some contact paper on this. All right, so what did this, the measurements, I know, I hear you. It's turning out to be 6 by 4 1/4-ish, okay? Okay, 6 inches by 4 1/4 inches. All right, let's grab a piece of contact paper. Don't need a whole heck of a lot, but you do need enough to, you gotta spread the wings. Leave yourself, I would say like a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch all the way around. And, well, let's see if this works. Oh, this stuff I guess is supposed to be removable, right? Well, let's just see what happens. I'm gonna cut it. There we go. Hold your breath. I did cut off a piece of my blade, so I'd be working with a nice sharp blade today. I know, how forward thinking was that? That was cool. Way to go, Pam. Way to start off 2023. Future thinking. Okay, got that. So we're done with that. I can put that over there now. And yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so this is the way it's going to be. So the red thing is on the outside. That's how I'm going to remember that. Now the contact paper usually peels pretty easily, so you find a corner and peel. See, that's why I should never say that. Okay, here we go. We're rolling. And it was pretty sticky, pretty sticky. Okay, maybe orient you a little bit. Okay, so it's nice and flat on the paper. This is my outside. I'm going to put you relatively in the center. I'm going to put you down in the middle first. Push the spine down first, I think, on this baby. Yeah. Then fan out from there. This reminds me of covering your books in grammar school. Remember, you're like, everybody bring, I don't know, what was it like? What did we cover them with? Like, I guess they had book cover things back then. Wallpaper. I mean, I don't know what we used. We were like, whatever you had, you brought. Okay. This is pretty sticky. Yeah, it's pretty sticky. So I think it's going to hold. Let's see. All right. Hope it doesn't all pop off. You could reinforce with glue, but it's pretty sticky. All right, doing these little things. Everybody does their corners differently. This is my lazy, easy way to do it because then I don't have to worry about that little corner peeking out and fussing with it too much. Okay, then we can do this. All right, that's good. Okay, I can see something showing through there. I'm going to choose to worry about that later. Yeah, we'll just cover that with something later. That's because I want to decorate the front a little bit too, so that's okay. But be mindful of stuff. You might be able to see through it. And you may want to just put some white paper on the underside if you don't want to see through that at all before you glue down your contact paper. Well, this is coming together, dare I say, easier than had hoped. Okay, so now we actually have the cover already, so that was pretty easy. Let's just gingerly reinforce our nimble little spine. Yes, it looks like maybe it's a 1/2 inch spine. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I probably got too many papers. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to shimmy that number down a little bit to get it to fit. I don't think I can get that many papers in there. Okay, so we have that. Now, I could make that be the back. So you do have flexibility. You can go like that, make that the front. You can go like that, make that the front. Just pick your favorite side. I have magically put something on either side to show through, so I'll use this as the front. That's okay. All right, so now it's good. It has a decent amount of thickness. I wanted to incorporate on the front, inside covers, some of this beautiful old newspaper. This is from 1912. It's very old and very crumbly, but don't be afraid of old and crumbly because all you really need to do is back it on something and you're good. That's it. That's all you got to do is give it a basement layer to lay upon to strengthen it. And then you're good. Yeah, I know. So, and it's so beautiful to use these old things. So let's see. Let's take this page. That's kind of cool. So here, this is a piece of old cardstock that I have. And I'm just going to use some glue stick and put this down first. And you could use Fabrifix glue stick, white glue. White glue might give you a little bit of a wrinkle, but that's okay. All right. I might have to do a couple of these. Oh, where's my book? Let's see, how much do I need? That's not going to be enough to go across. So I'll just do one side here. I might need another. I should have done it this way. Do it this way, Pam. That makes much more sense. I'll turn it this way. That makes much more sense. Okay. Turning this sideways. All right. I don't need this whole side, but Just really want to make sure I get the newspaper glued down well, especially around the corners. Especially around the corners. And I like the date showing, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to try the hit or miss approach, and maybe it's good to go over it a little bit so you can trim it back if you need to, or try getting it perfectly on. Let's just give it a little extra. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have one. All right, so let me just put that aside. Probably couldn't have gotten 2 out of that, but we're experimenting here, so anything can happen. Anything's possible. All right, we got this one. No, I don't need that. Put that down. There's the other page. Let's do this one. Oh, we're getting to the bottom of that glue stick. Imagine that. Does that happen? How are you guys doing today? Are you having fun? Is it nice weather where you are? Are you getting outside, stretching those crafty legs a bit? That's a good thing to do. And if you're not, just snuggle in, stay warm, and have an awesome day crafting, no matter what. As long as you get a little crafting in, your little escape time, a little time to get away, and all those other things in life. And just have yourself a smile and a cup of tea. Okay, so let's see what page we like here. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. We have the power of the human eye. Well, that's kind of neat. I don't know if I can, how wide was that? 4.5, I said? 4.5 is going to go, 4.25, something like that. So we'll go to about there. I probably won't be able to get this exactly right because it's all scoop. Hang on. 4.25. My least favorite thing to do, measuring 1, 2, 3, 4.25. Well, here's the 4.5 mark. I know if I'm to there, I'm good. Okay, so I'm coming this way this time. Get the word the eye. North enough. Okay, I'm down. There we go. I'm good. All right, so let us, I think I can just trim these off like that. It's easier to work with. I can use these little lovely pieces for later. Same thing with this guy. How are you doing? All right. Yes, good. I wonder if I can just break that off. I think I can, yeah. There we go. See, it's pretty crumbly, so it's very easy to just break it off. No sweat, no scissors, no measuring, no nothing. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we can do a little more of that. Fold these back on each other. Oh, that's fine. Okay, as long as it gets over. I'm not going to use this whole piece, so I'm not worried about that too much. All right, now, let me get my little cover. And let me get my little measurement for sure, because I need to know up to the spine, but not quite at the spine. Don't forget to not count that little first part of your ruler. That always messes everybody up. Got to turn your ruler around. Okay, 4, and what's that? 4.25 is there, so that's a little space. Yes, 4.25 would be good. Okay, so I'm going to take these 2, and if all goes well, I'm going to cut these at the same time. And was it 6? It was 6, right? Maybe I want to be a little shorter. Yeah, oh, this is a little less than 6. Look at that. This is, yeah, like just 5 5/8. So 5 3/4 would be good. Yeah. 4.25 by 5 3/4. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Was that audible? I think that was audible, wasn't it? Okay. 4 3/4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4. And it's okay if it's a little less. It is okay. Okay, let me look at that. Did I lose my, I probably lost my word eye. And 5 7/8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7/8 is about, well, we'll just give it like 5.5. Okay. All right, so now if everybody stays still, nobody moves. Nobody move. And everybody stays still. And let's just cut that. Top to bottom. Yeah, it's a little over this way. Okay, that looks pretty good. Here comes the mighty craft knife to do double duty here. With a sharp knife, one cut can do ya. That's when you know you're working with a sharp knife. Okay, so then we have this. Just don't move it, Pam. Just leave it right where it is. You don't need to move it. No, don't get yourself all knickers in a twist here. Just stay calm, Sally. Bring it home. There we go. Okay, Hold it, watch your fingers, go slow. Oh, we're free? We're free. Look at that, look at that. All right, double checking on one thing. Yes, I have enough coverage in the corners. So I think I'm gonna round these edges because I think that will just look darn cute and dandy. And I might ink them, I might ink them. Okay, let's just double check for, did I do the right size? Let's check that first of all. See, sometimes you can measure it and nope, not the right size at all. No, apparently look at that, I measured wrong. Okay, what a shocker that is. So I need to cut off about a half inch on either side. So let me turn this over. I have no idea how that happened. See, that's why I don't measure, because it just doesn't work for me. I mean, I can sit there and measure it till the cows come home and it'll still come out not as planned. So we do it the Pam way. Do it without measuring. Yay! Okay, here we go. All right, I hear you all laughing. I can hear you from here. Don't think I can't hear you. All right, now it'll work, right? You never really know until you put it down in the book, right? There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, what to do about the centerpiece? I want to put something very simple and plain there. I have this pretty piece of thin ribbon. I got off some packaging and I thought I would just glue that down there. Not too worried that it has to go beyond the folds for reinforcement because this thing is strong enough as it is. But if I was concerned about that, yes, I would overlap here and then put these on top for extra reinforcement in the spine. Not too worried about that here, but that's okay. We're moving forward, and look at that, I got my scissors at the ready. I'm so proud of my organization today. So scared I just said that yet again. Okay, here we go. Fabrifix glue, if you've never seen it. Clear silicone glue, fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, paper to paper. And it's just a really good, fast, strong setting glue. It's great for spine work. Well, it's great for all sorts of things, let's face it. But it's probably my favorite go-to glue for stuff. It's great for videos too because it grabs quickly, and bleed through is minimal because it's a silicone and not a water base. You can smoosh it with the finger, which reduces any bleed through that you might get. So there you go. Now I've got my little and it gives you a second to reposition too. It's like it grabs fast, but not like immediately. There are some glues that grab immediately. They're really hard to work with for me because you have to commit. Like as soon as you put it down, it's like, yeah, you're there and you're not going anywhere. One of them is Aleene's, what's it called? Super Tacky Spray Glue. Great glue, great for big areas and you want to stick something down, but boy, you got to be ready for where that baby's going because there ain't no coming back from where it is. All right, here we go. This is my handy dandy little Crop-A-Dial corner trumper, and I'm just rounding. It's a corner rounder. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Same thing with this guy. You could actually do those at the same time because this tool is designed to chomp thicker things, so you could do multiple sheets of cardstock in here, like quite a few at the same time, so no problem there. I think I'm going to ink it a little bit because I'm feeling a little inky today. Yeah, here we go. Here's the old brown dauber. I'm trying to find the brown ink. I'm going to grab Vintage Photo Distress Oxide today. Why? Because it's here. And you could also use black. You could do, maybe I will use black because I've got a brown piece of paper. Yeah, there's black. Okay, switching gears. Got black soot and dauber, homemade dauber. Okay. Just going around here doing this. And giving it a little bit of contrast from the background. That's what I'm doing. Not mandatory, just kind of a fun style if you like that. Grungy, you know, weathered, steampunky kind of look. Somebody asked for a steampunk Digikit. I'm gonna try and look for stuff with related to that. That might be fun. Okay, if I can find stuff, I will bring it forth into fruition because I think a lot of people like that style, and I think that might be fun to play with too. And okay, there we go. So we're doing this, and now it doesn't look like an envelope anymore. We got something rocking here, right? This is neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these down. When you go, you want to make sure you go close to the edges, all the way around. And yeah, we're recording. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, and we're going to do the swizzle back and forth. Make sure we get a decent amount of glue, not crazy amounts, but enough to do the job. Okay, and then we place it. Make sure you clear the spine and double check and make sure you're north and south where you want it to be. Okay, you definitely want to be away from the spine. Pam's a little close to the spine. Okay, now we're away from the spine, so that is good. Let me bring you a little way farther away. Okay, as long as we're not showing over, we're okay. And I probably could have shaved that down even a little bit more. Are you going to make it? Yes, for some reason you are going to make it. That's due to my great measuring. Even when I measure, I can measure off. So, but just remember to double check. You don't want anything to impede the little folds in your spine, and you want to get your edges glued well. There you go. You can backtrack it like that. This isn't going to bleed through, so I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to measure it, line it up with where the other one is visually. Get it in there and away from the spine. Let's see how I did. Oh, was it working? I think it's working. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, just double checking. Fold there. Got that. Fold there. And now we have ourselves a little booklet with a front and back cover in place. Yay! Look at us go. Okay, I'm going to punch 3 holes with my handy dandy beloved Crocodile 2 Big Bite. And so what I'm going to do is, you can measure these. I'm just going to eyeball them. I go down about usually it's traditionally, whatever I'm working on, it's down about an inch, up about an inch, and then pretty darn close to the middle. And like I said, you can measure those if you want to do that. Have fun. And I'm going to use the 1/8 setting. That's the smaller setting. That has the little guy come down. Okay. And we're going to punch. 1, 2. It just makes punching so much easier with this thing. You don't need this. You can use an awl or a pokey tool or a big needle or something like that. Or a drill or a hammer or like ice pick thing and a hammer, that type of thing. Okay. Now I've got my holes punched, and now we are ready. Let's put this aside. We'll fold our papers. Okay, so I have a boatload of papers here. I probably have too many. But let me show you what I picked out, and then maybe we'll just lean it down a little bit. Okay, so these are the papers I picked. Some coffee dyed papers. This is a green dyed paper, some Braille, green dye, scrapbook paper, coffee dye. This is college rule dyed. More green. Here's a piece of cardstock, some music, some coffee dye paper. Here's some old newsprint. Love that stuff. Here's some crinkly coffee dyed or tea dyed tracing paper for texture and crinkle sound. More coffee dyed. Here's college rule coffee dyed. Here's a piece of planner and more scrapbook paper. Here's some ledger. More coffee dyed. Here's a print from a schematic, which is kind of cool. Green. Here's an old Gothic German book page. And some more coffee dyeings. There's a pretty stencil coffee dye print and some, I did put a cardstock here just to give this book a little bit more structure. Now, I think this is too many, but we're gonna try and back up a little bit here so I can lift this up. Okay, put them all to the bottom and then all to this side. So I want everybody to match up in this corner because everything else is just gonna be cut off. All right. Okay. Come here, little book. I know I at least have to go. This is a raw measurement. I should really use a pencil here, but I'm going to use a pen so you guys can see it. Okay, this is what I call my raw measurement. I know it needs to be smaller than this, okay? But I'm just going to use that as a place to start. And I think I'm going to get a paper clip. Okay, so I paper clipped everything down so it's all, everything is in this corner. I did my big lines that are probably a little bit too big, but I'm going to just cut these big sections off first and then I'll deal with what I have left. Okay. One. That got rid of a lot, but we're not there yet because I have so many darn papers in here. I did not wean it down. I did not. Let's just see. I've got 25 pages, I think. Oops. I don't mind if some pages are imperfect, if they have wrinkles and stuff like that. I think it gives it character. Oop, okay, so you are done. Let's whip you around and do the same thing. And hopefully this will, let's see how close it is to what I want. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do a little trimming because when I fold this in half, we're going to get the bird beak in the middle. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we have that. Look at all these great scraps we have to play with later. Oh, so good, so good. Okay, now we have this little chunky monkey there, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, so let's fold this in half. Now it's bird beaking already, and what I mean by bird beaking is, you see how this does that? It comes up to a little point. That's because these pages are not as far back as these pages. So that naturally happens just due to the bulk of the paper, but I'm going to try and line them up where the front and the back come together. Like the most outer page, I'm going to try and line this page tip up with that page tip up. See if I can get a good fold there and see what I have. Okay. I have to take these off to get a good fold. Now let's take them off. I gotta get in there and gotta get in there deep. All right, let's try that. Okay. All right, give myself a fold. Oh, it's a little chubber. You know what I mean? Gave birth to a little chubber here. Yeah, I like it. There. Okay, so let's just do a test to see where we're at. Oh, that might fit actually be a good thickness, because this is going to be primarily a little notebook writing book thingy. Now right now, as it stands, it comes pretty much right to the top, right to the bottom, and then we have the giant bird beak that sticks out here. I knew that going in, so I'm planning on trimming this down. You want to make sure that your covers are front and back aligned. And then you want to draw a line. Where'd the pen go? Can't go. Oh, it's here. Thank God. Where you're going to want to draw a line. Where you want to. Whoops, I got to put that in further. Okay. You're going to want to draw a line, and then you know how you have to cut at least 1/4 of an inch inside of that line in order to get your paper insert or your signature to go rest just inside of your book. And the same thing, top to bottom. We probably want to do, I would say, shove it in there really good now. Don't be shy. Shove it in. That's like a good amount at the bottom, like a little 1/4 of an inch. Not, but I'm going to have to split it with the top, so I think that's a good amount. Did that make sense? So whatever you're going up the bottom, make sure you take a little bit off the top too. So don't, like, that's how much I'm taking off. That much. And then all of this. Okay? So this is a good thing to do too if you're doing stuff. You get them tight and close together. So make sure they're all down and tight. Not a bad idea to grab the giant paper clips again. They really do help. You can also use bulldog clips. That'll help anchor it. Okay, now let's get rid of this section here. I'm going to use our line. Yeah, I got to go a little bit in, I think. Is that right? Let me just double check. Now I got to know. Okay, can't tell because I've got that in there. Yeah, I need to go a little bit inside of that line. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Go a little bit inside of that line because that's right to the edge where I drew it from the thing. So maybe there would be good. Holding that firmly down, sharp knife, going slow. You can also tear these papers. That's a pretty effect. You can use your guillotine cutter or your paper cutter and do all sorts of neat slicing and dicing. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut at the bottom. Okay. All right, so we have that. Nice all flushy flush. Now we're going to go for the top. See if this theory holds. Did I mention things rarely go as planned? They rarely go as planned, but we keep moving forward. Okay, here we go. But so far, I'm liking the feel of that contact paper because I think that's going to hold up well in my purse. And for a little notebook for on-the-go ideas. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be an on-the-go idea book. So I did want to put a lot of paper in it because it's nice to have it available when you're ready. And it's kind of squishable, which I like. I like that. Sometimes you want a squishable book, nothing too hard that's going to go inside a purse or something you're going to bring along. Because maybe you want something just easy to, you know, work with. Squash into a a little carry-all or something. Okay, I'm going to put these here now and here. These are your best friends, right? Aren't they though? Okay, so now we're going to figure out where on earth the holes need to be placed. We're going to do that by putting this where we want it to live. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I think we're doing good there. Size-wise, put it about like 1/4 inch down from the top, 1/4 inch up from the bottom. Make sure your papers are all lined. Sometimes I like to migrate a little. You just tell them to get back in place. And then line, so you can just see the holes. See how I can just see the holes? Get closer. You can see the holes? Okay, whoop. There, you can see the holes. I'm just going to make a mark where each hole is. And that's going to be the answer to everything. This makes it so easy to do. All right, so now you can put this aside peacefully. You turn this is the outside. I'm going to bend it back on itself so that I can use that to guide the Crocodile 2 Big Bite into the right place. Okay, okay. Maybe I can turn this on its side so you can see a little better. Okay, so I'm looking at it from the side. Everybody says, how can you tell where you're punching? You come and you look at it from the side. You can't see. Can't really see. We're not looking from the side with this. Okay, there we go. We're looking from the side. I'm looking for the dot. I'm on 1/8. And I'm looking for that little thing. See? That little thing? And I want over that. And let me go just a smidge that way. I want to be on the spine. Punch. In here. Going through 25 pages like butter today, which is nice. 25 is a good challenge for anything to poke through, and this happens pretty fast, so I'm not super strong. There we go. All right, and we're through. Okay, let me just put you back in position. And I'm going to grab a needle. And I think I'm going to use some embroidery floss today. It's vintage, so I'm going to check it for strength. Seems to be strong. Yep, still strong. You do want to test it because it can, get weaker over time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's all I need, that little piece, that tiny little piece. All right, now I'm going to thread this. Okay. And it's only one signature. We know that's the right way. We're pretty much thinking that's the right way. We hope you remembered. Make sure it's not like this, because your holes have to line up. These two holes are a smidge closer together. These two holes are a smidge closer together. So I know this is the top. Okay. So we are going to go through the center of this big block. And then the center hole. This is the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It's very easy, very common junk journal stitch. Holds things together very well in multiple sized books. Go through the cover, find the big hole at the top. You should go through easily. Don't lose your tail. Oops, sorry. Never lose your tail. And then go through the bottom. Find the hole in the bottom. The tail looks a little short. Let me pull that. Okay, here. And then go through here. All right. And then, oh, here's a little word of warning. Make sure you don't accidentally thread your thread. So if that happens, take it apart. You just pull it apart and it's fine. And just see if everything looks like it's lined up where it should be. And you want one of your angel wings. This is I call it the bridge string. You put it one under there, one under on this side. So they're on opposite sides of the bridge. You check your back, making sure everything looks correct, and it does. Okay, pulling taut, not tearing, but tight. Right over left, left over right, one more right over left in case I forgot one or mixed it up or made a mistake. It's just extra secure. There we go. All right. Now, see how this all lined up. How do we do? How do we do? Looks like this on the inside. What you want to do is fold the whole thing over and train the paper. Just looking for the grand bone folder of a doll. Okay, must put tools in one location. Putting tools up here. There's all the tools. I'm sure the bone folder will pop out at any second now. Nope, I'll get my other one. I don't know where it went. It's probably right on camera too. Okay, there's my other one. There we go. It's a good thing they come in 2 packs. They often come in 2 packs. I think they know what happens on a crafter's desk. Things hide. All right, there we go. All right, so have that. we got ourselves a little book. Look how nice and stuffed that baby is. That thing's got 100 pages front and back. Look at that. That's awesome, huh? And it's contact paper, so it is, you know, it's got a little bit of strength. There's a slight plasticky feel to it. I feel it's going to hold up well in a purse, something like that. So a lot of fun, very easy to make. Just using some extra stuff I had around, an envelope, some pages. They can be fancy book pages. They can be plain paper, white paper, newsprint, anything that you have. I think, would I want to use this as the closure? Do I want a closure? I don't know. I might do something like that and leave that in my purse because that stays contained. I can hold things in it. It does work. And you're off and running. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. That was just a very simple, fun, experimental project. Thanks for coming along with me today. I love crafting with you guys. I love getting to know you. Please let me know your thoughts and your ideas and your comments and suggestions and tips and everything down below. We all learn from each other here. If you have not signed up for my free monthly newsletter, make sure you do because you get a free digital image emailed every month. And I think somebody has something to say. Do you have something to say? Yes, I do. I am. Hello, everybody. This is, yep, it's sunshine. Just want you to know, everything's fine, and it's now 2023, and we're going forward. Yes, we are creating anew, trying different things. Mom, can you fix my, there, I'm more comfy now, thank you. Okay, I'll look at you this way now. Oh, you're so beautiful. Look at all of you out there. Creating away, crafting away. Look what you're making over there. That's really neat. Hey, you in the back. I love that. That's awesome. Way to go. You guys are awesome. Happy crafting. Okay, thank you, Sunny. Just a couple words from my little Kimosabi there, who's always at my side. I just love that little bumpkin. Anyway, big hugs from all of us to all of you. If you don't know, my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes, I'd probably cover this with something, but right now I'm just going to leave it as is because I don't really mind it, honestly. If I'm going to use it for myself, I probably won't do anything with it. I'll just use it as a little utilitarian book. I have an Etsy shop. And I make digital kits, which are printable downloads, which you can purchase in different themes. There's over 195 themes right now, like birds and Victorian and dragonflies and butterflies and celestial and medieval and Leonardo and Monet and all these other fun things. So check them out. There's 5 pages, all sorts of images, different ones on the pages, and you can have a lot of fun. I try and make them easy to cut out so you can use them for journal cards and journal tucks and things like that. If you love that idea but you don't like the idea of printing yourself or don't have a printer, I will print them out in packs of 10 for you. I do print them out on a lightweight cardstock type material. It's 110 pound weight, and you get 50 pages total for the 10. I just need the names of the Digikits that you would like, and you can send that list to me via Etsy message or right to my email address, which is pam@thepaperoutpost.com, and I only need the first 2 or 3 words, or you can say surprise me and I'll pick out a nice collection for you. You can tell me I like birds, just find some for me, Pan, or I like birds and flowers, or I like Victorian and butterflies, or whatever. I'll do my best to send you some nice things related to those categories. And I also sell FUNDLEs, which are collections of old and interesting papers, 100 plus pieces in each pack, and that gets free priority mail shipping included, so you'll get it quickly, and that's pretty much that. And I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies. I try and put links to most of the things that I can find links for in there. It does help my shop, thank you very much, when you purchase through those, but you do not pay more for the items. And I have a t-shirt shop. If you like the phrase, create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise. You can get that on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a zip hoodie, a mug, a tote, or a water bottle. Great for gift giving or for yourself. And you can find me on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And I have a Facebook group called the Paper Outpost Facebook group. It's a place especially for you to come on over and do some weekly or monthly challenges, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. So you are more than welcome to jump on in and show us what you're making. And just remember, most of all, that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye.